Welcome to City on the Hill Gaming, a tabletop RPG actual play and discussion podcast. We hope you enjoy our show. Welcome back to City on the Hill Gaming, and it is time once again for nonsense. But what kind of nonsense, you may ask? Well, a slightly different kind than we have had before, but really, all of our nonsense is essentially always the same. I am your conduit for nonsense, Ryan. Thank you for joining us. And joining me today to provide your nonsense, from the Geek at Arms podcast, we have Bryan.
Hello.
Also from the Geek at Arms podcast, we have Mike.
Hello.
Do you believe in coincidences, ladies and gentlemen? Because also from Geek at Arms, we have James.
Hello.
And also no coincidences. They're here on purpose. Because we are going to play something that, if it weren't slightly different, it would be very, very akin to Roll for Shoes. In that this is also a D6 only, one-page RPG, lovingly known as Lasers and Feelings. Lasers and Feelings comes from the... oh, wait. Okay, I take issue with this. He doesn't have his own name on the PDF. Oh, it does. There we go. I found it. Okay. Comes from the ever-fascinating mind of Mr. John Harper, who has done quite a few, if I understand correctly, one-page RPGs. This one... dedicated to the online band the Doubleclicks, and based on their song Lasers and Feelings, which is, if you've never seen the music video, kind of a trip, politely is what I will refer to it as, but excellent work by them as always. The Doubleclicks do fantastic stuff. So Lasers and Feelings, these three fine gentlemen will be the crew of an interstellar scout ship. Their mission: to explore uncharted regions of space, deal with aliens both friendly and deadly, and defend the consortium worlds against space dangers. Their captain, Captain Darcy, has been overcome by the strange psychic entity known as something else, leaving you to fend for yourselves while he recovers in a medical pod. And if I pause too often in a Shatner-like way, I apologize. Okay, so we're going to do... I don't want to just play Lasers and Feelings with him. We're going to go all the way through character creation, which is very simple, as many one-page RPGs are. And we'll just kind of go down the list, and you guys will tell me about your characters. I don't know if you have given this any thought, or if you haven't. Both are fine and equally interesting, from what I've seen with Lasers and Feelings. And so part one of character creation is, well, creating that character. So you now need to choose a style for your character: alien, android, dangerous, heroic, hotshot, intrepid, or savvy. Mr. Fraley, what do you think, sir?
I'd really like to do an android.
Okay, love to see it. Many great examples in science fiction. I am excited. Bryan, what think thee, sir?
I think that I'm going to roll randomly for my style.
So you have 7 choices.
Yes, but one of them has already been taken, and so I will knock Android off the list.
And a D6 it is.
And as a result, I rolled a 6, so I'm taking cool.
Okay, love it.
Well, it's not going to take much for you to get into character.
No, sir. And James.
Like my co-host, I'm also going to leave it up to chance. While there are no D5s, I'm just going to roll a D6 and see what happens.
I was going to make an R5D4 joke there, but that's fine.
I rolled a 2, which I believe Mike already chose Android.
So we'll just skip over one.
And let's see, we rolled a 5, so I'm savvy.
Love it. All right. And now we will move on
to the list that I'm looking at is different than...
I realize I typed them in a different order on our doc, on our shared doc, than they're in the PDF. Because when he said 5, I'm like, 1, 2, no? Oh, okay. Cool. Close enough.
Well, and also cool is not on the list of styles that you had.
I think there's a different one that I skipped, but actually isn't on the PDF. So cool it is.
That's funny.
Close enough.
Well, I'm going to keep using your list.
That's fine. We will continue using my list. I will switch that, actually. Now it is time to determine your role. Are you the doctor? Are you our envoy, our engineer, an explorer, our faithful pilot, our scientist, or a simple soldier? Mr. Fraley, what does your android do for a living?
I would love to be the doctor.
Android, okay. Flex, I like it. I can see him in my head. What's his name? I want to say it's Voyager.
Voyager, yeah, there
The
was
doctor,
a
the hologram
hologram doctor.
Yeah. Okay. So I thought I had something in my head. Bryan.
Well,
What
I
do you
have rolled a
choose,
5 and the 1 is gone, and therefore I am a scientist.
Okay. Very good.
Cool scientist.
Ooh, cool scientist. Oh, I like cool scientist. Okay.
You're gonna be that Ian
I'm
Malcolm.
just being typecast again.
Yeah, no, hey, look, it happens, man. Sometimes you have to learn to lean into your given roles in life. James, what goes with your savvy, sir?
According to the dice, an engineer, apparently.
Who flies the ship? Not important. Because in this building, we do science. We have a doctor, a scientist, an engineer. Good gracious.
Walk into 10 forward.
There's just a
That's
room
what-
on the ship that is just like degrees and diplomas and stuff. It's just like from everyone on the
diploma
ship.
room.
Yeah, it's
We
just
call
really-
that the rec room.
Hey, where all the studying happens.
And
Okay.
and we don't need a pilot because obviously Bryan character and I created a great autopilot program.
Of course. Makes perfect sense. And now so how lasers and feelings works is on a scale of 1 to 6, with the high side of the numbers being lasers and the low side of the numbers being feelings, and those sort of determining the different roles you make. I need you to pick a number between 2 and 5 to tell me where you fall on the scale between lasers and feelings, lasers being at the high end of the scale and feelings being at the low end of the scale. Mr. Fraley, are you lasers or feelings or both?
I think that I'm gonna go more into lasers, but not be completely inept with feelings. So I'm thinking maybe a 4.
And I realize I should read this one portion first for our listeners. A high number means you are better at lasers, technology, science, and cold rationality, calm, and precise action. And a low number means you're better at feelings, intuition, diplomacy, wild, or passionate action. Very, Kirk is feelings. Spock is lasers. Is Ryan's terrible definition of those things.
No, this works. This works. Let's roll with it.
So Mr. Fraley will be on the lasers side of things. Bryan, tell me of your cool scientist.
With a roll of 1d4 plus 1, I roll 3, right in the middle.
So it's a feelings scientist. I love this. And James,
Oh, yeah, I guess that is on the low end of the, just above 2.
technically on the lower end of the scale. James, tell me of our engineer.
Well, considering he's a savvy engineer, I thought a mostly lasers would make sense. But as I've left everything up to rolls,
Of course.
I did that and I rolled a 1.
And it
So
starts at
we're
2,
gonna-
so 2 it is.
So he's a. Well, we're just going to put this together and see how it feels. Does that feel good to you? It does. What are those instructions? Throw those into waste processing.
We're all
just gonna
about
let
intuition here.
This is a very holistic ship.
This is building IKEA furniture without the directions.
That's right.
We don't need those here.
Funny enough, my only tool is an Allen wrench.
As it should be. Okay, now I need you to give your character a cool space adventure name. Luke Skywalker, Sparks McGee, Jean-Luc Picard, the like. Mr. Fraley, what shall we call thee, sir?
Wow, I've been wrestling with this kind of all week. I was thinking of something like Dr. von Schnitzen, but
Sure.
I like it. I want it to be Schnitzel, but not quite Schnitzel. We can't disgrace Schnitzel with lasers and feelings.
Or
Actually, no,
upgrade
Dr. von
Schnitzel with
Schnitzel.
lasers. Yeah. mhm.
Actually, Dr. von Schnitzel is, I think that
happening.
Dr. von Schnitzel's what we're doing.
Uh-huh. Can Ryan spell Schnitzel? No. Is that important? Also, no.
No, it's an audio medium. Don't spell it out loud. You're fine.
Sure. Phonetically.
Yeah.
That's how spelling works. Bryan, what shall we call your cool scientist?
Rudimus Cooper.
It's going to be one of those. Okay.
Yeah.
Spell rudiments for me, please, sir.
Rudimus, Rudimus. Cooper.
Cooper. Okay. Rudimus. Rudimus. Cooper. And
That's my name.
that is, in fact, your name. James, your engineer, what do we call him, sir?
Well, considering that my father was a space hippie and my mother was a graduate of Mars MIT,
Right.
I decided to go with Phoenix Chrome Shot.
Mars Institute of Technology. This is beautiful. It's still MIT.
Okay, Phoenix Chrome Shot. It's the most legally distinct Luke Skywalker I've ever seen in my life. Fantastic. Okay. Oh, heavens.
Your gun is very shiny, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's that requires polishing. No, actually, you know what? For him, no, it doesn't. It does not.
It's a self-cleaning gun.
Yes, it is. You have always a consortium uniform with a built-in vac suit for spacewalks, a super sweet space phone camera communicator scanner thing with universal translator, because of course it has one. And
so basically an iPhone, right?
Yes, essentially, yes. This one doesn't play games, unfortunately. It's factory lock. But you also have a variable beam space pistol set to stun, usually.
That's where the games begin.
Yes. And now we will get your characters involved in, quote, crazy space adventures and try and make the best of them. Now, you each need to choose a character goal or create your own. You could wish to become captain, meet new aliens, shoot bad guys, find new worlds, solve weird space mysteries, prove yourself, or simply keep being awesome because you have nothing to prove. I know which one I hope Bryan picks.
Oh, if I'm going first, I'm going to need a D7, so I'll go over here to my...
Oh, I was just going to write down keep being awesome because it seemed the most appropriate for him.
My 1D7 roll gives me keep being awesome. So
Hey!
you're in luck.
It was, in fact, meant to be. For
Written
he
in the
is
stars.
Rudimus Cooper. Keep being awesome. Just like all those yearbook signatures. Bryan is done. Mike.
Okay, I think I'm going to leave this one to chance, and I have gotten a 5, so that would make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Solve weird space mysteries.
Okay. The doc is about the space mysteries. And James.
As the dice command, my goal is to shoot bad guys,
Love to see it.
which goes so well with the character they have constructed for me.
Hey, look, sometimes it's all about the pew-pews. All right, now we need to create your autopiloted ship. Technically, the ship in Lasers and Feelings is called the Raptor, but I thought we'd actually make up all of it. So first, I need you to pick 2 strengths for your ship. Is it fast? Is it nimble? Is it well armored? Does it have powerful shields, superior sensors, a cloaking device? Or does it come with its own fighter craft? I tell you what, do we want to leave this to the dice also?
We certainly could.
We didn't get where we are with careful planning.
Tell you what, sir. Okay, I need someone. I tell you what, Mr. Bryan and Mr. James, each of you roll me 1d7.
I roll a 6.
Roll a 6, which means your ship has a cloaking device. Interesting. And James.
A 1.
It fast. It real fast. Now, Mr. Fraley, we also have to determine one issue that your ship has. Is she a fuel hog? Does she only have 1 medical pod? And the captain's in it currently. Does it have horrible circuit breakers? Or does it have a particularly grim reputation?
All right, well, let's
Show
see
me
what the
that
D4
D4.
says. Yeah, we got 2, so
Only one medical pod.
medical pod. You don't need another medical pod. You have your doctor.
Correct, yes. Oh no. Okay, well, what shall we call this very fast, very sneaky, but not particularly great on the life support ship of yours that autopilots itself, most importantly? Because you guys are too busy doing the science. And
The Millennium
engineering.
Uber.
The Millennium.
That's a
hate
joke.
it. It's perfect. I hate it. It's perfect. I mean, autopilot makes sense. And she's faster than she looks.
I think with an autopilot, it should be a Waymo, wouldn't it?
Okay.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Let's see. What think they, gentlemen?
I'm actually looking through Doubleclicks songs for inspiration.
For inspiration. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't.
The absolute best PC ship name I have yet encountered in the several times I've run Star Trek and or Traveler was the Empirical Evidence.
Okay. I respect it.
Obligatory shout out to my buddy Joel Gerlach for coming up with that name.
I feel like I feel like my Android would very much enjoy serving on the Empirical Evidence.
It's a strong name, and with the three of you having the careers you have, I don't see that it's a problematic one, particularly.
Unless you want to be on the SS Punctuality.
Or the USS The Book Was Better.
That does tie in with our recent film club series on Geek and Arms.
I think that would
Fair
be super
enough.
relevant.
I also would approve of you simply referring to it as the Stardew Valley theme, because that's also something they have done on YouTube. Okay, so...
Like, you never know what's going to be super significant in the future. The USS Stardew Valley could...
I don't make any judgments. I'm fine with it. Okay, so... Round rules. Rolling the dice. When you do something risky, roll 1d6 to find out how it goes. Roll 1 extra die if you're prepared, and 1 extra die if you're an expert. I will tell you how many dice to roll based on your character and the situation. Roll your dice and compare each die result to your number. So for Mike, 4, for Bryan, 3, and for James, 2. If you're using lasers, science or reason, you want to roll under your number. If you're using feelings, rapport, or passion, you want to roll over your number. If none of your dice succeed, it goes wrong. If one dice succeeds, you barely manage it, and there may be a complication. If you have 2 successes, you did it well, very good. And if 3 dice succeed, you get a critical success, and I will tell you something extra for your effort. If you roll your number exactly, you have laser feelings. You get a special insight into what's going on. Ask the GM a question, and I will answer it honestly. Like, what is that person feeling? Who's behind this? How could I get them to insert question here? And if you want to help someone else who's rolling, say how you try and help and make a roll. If you succeed, they roll 1 extra die on their attempt. Now, I need to roll some dice because we need to determine what your threat is, what that threat wants, and what will happen if they succeed. Okay, so we're going to go with, oh no. Okay, well, that's not the one I was planning for. That'll be fun.
We can't see your dice rolls. You can just choose the one you wanted.
You can
that's
fudge
true,
it,
but that's certainly not what we've been doing so far here.
See, what he did is he actually saw it. He knew what it was. He's going to fudge it, but now he's playing it up for theatrics. Oh, I had no idea that was coming. And
Clever
then
man.
he can show exactly how well he thinks on his feet. That is not what's going to happen. But
Clickbait thumbnail. I hate it, but I respect it because you know what? I do click. So fair enough. You have succeeded. Ooh. Oh no.
Well, the rule is we all have to have our mouths open for the thumbnail.
Right. Yes, that is in fact the rule, and you need to look shocked. These don't go together in any way that makes sense, and that's fine. Okay.
Look, we didn't get to where we are by making sense, and I don't plan to start now.
Yeah.
City on a Hill Gaming. Okay. I'm not going to initially tell you what I rolled, but I will read all the options for the audience. So there's a threat. It is either Zorgon the Conqueror, the Hive Armada, Rogue Captain, Space Pirates, Cyber Zombies, or Alien Brainworms. And they want to destroy or corrupt something, steal or capture something, bond with something, protect or empower something, build or synthesize something, or pacify or occupy something. The thing that is going to be destroyed or built or stolen is either the space pirate king or queen, the void crystals, which I believe are how you power your ships, a star dreadnought, which, if Star Wars has taught me anything, is not good for anyone, a quantum tunnel, an ancient space ruin, or an alien artifact. And if they're successful, they will either destroy a solar system, reverse time, that seems real bad, enslave a whole planet, start an invasion or a war, rip a hole in reality, or fix everything. So in which case, maybe you're supposed to help them? I don't know. That's up to you to figure out. So, as our friend Dr. von Schnitzel and his cool scientist Rudimus Cooper and their savvy engineer friend Phoenix Chromeshot, what a name that one is. They have just finished a mission on the planet Zhurb and are reboarding their ship, the Empirical Evidence. An autopiloted ship with cloaking devices. It is very fast, but it only has one medical pod, and unfortunately, while on that mission, your captain is now in that medical pod, Captain Darcy, having come down with, you're not really sure what. Some kind of strange psychic entity has taken control of Captain Darcy, and now you have to fend for yourselves while he recovers in your only medical pod, in your very, 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 very fast ship, the Empirical Evidence. When suddenly, who sits at the console that receives transmissions? Let me start with that question. I feel like that feels like James's problem.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll take response. Sure. What could happen?
Nothing could go wrong. James, you receive a hail from the Consortium Command in this particular portion of the galaxy.
Ooh.
And it makes that little sound that everyone just heard in their head. You know the one I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Hello, this is the Empirical Evidence.
I need to speak immediately with Captain Darcy. Where is Captain Darcy?
Oh, he's kind of on a unintentional sabbatical.
When does he return? This is of the utmost importance.
Excellent question. For that, I'm going to route you through to sickbay. I'm going to have you hold on for a second, because I'm not really sure how to do that.
I've been put on hold and I'm being transferred. This is not how this is supposed to go. Okay.
You push that yellow button, hold it down, and then hang up so that you don't cut them off.
Okay, I'll hold it down and then hang up.
Yeah, and then you push the button for the sick bay.
Wait, when was I supposed to press the button?
After you hang up.
Oh, I already hung up.
Oh, okay. Well, I think it made it then.
Okay, yeah, the doctor will get it.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably already talking to him.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Dr. von Schnitzel, you have a call on line 6.
File said, see, number 6, and then accept, and then, here it is, accept, and then 6.
Right, yes,
Doctor,
correct.
Sick Bay, you've reached Dr. von Chicken Schnitzel.
Yes, I am looking for an update on Captain Darcy. I am told he is on unintentional sabbatical?
Yeah, that's about right. Unintentional sabbatical is what we're calling when somebody's in the medical bay and they can't get out, and I won't let them out because they're sick.
So Captain Darcy is sick, is what you're telling me?
Well, that's pretty much what I can tell you.
What's wrong with Captain Darcy?
Well, now that is private medical information now, isn't it? I don't have any clearance to give that in to you. This is my patient. Who am I speaking to?
I wasn't expecting HIPAA laws to come into this. Okay. This is General Ragamuffin from Consortium Command.
Oh, General Ragamuffin, my sincerest apologies. Yes, the captain. The captain does seem to have a cerebral psychic cortex malfunction of sorts.
Not again.
It's a terrible viral psychic.
No, I'm familiar.
These humans. Okay.
This is the third time it's happened to him.
It's like space flu.
Yes, it's very, very similar.
That explains these gaps in his records.
He's not going to be particularly useful for the near future. Unfortunate. Who else is on your scout ship, Doctor?
Well, we do have a very capable crew of Rudibus Cooper and Phoenix Chromeshot and a bunch of other not very notable people.
Of the Earth chrome shots? Fascinating. I didn't know you had a chrome shot.
I believe it's the Martian Chromeshots.
Oh, really? Yes. Well, good. A chrome shot, always good. And you, you have Cooper. Yeah, interesting. Well, good. Good. I tell you what. Can you put me on a party call with everyone?
Okay,
Doctor?
Hold on. Just one moment.
Thank you. Yes.
Press the hold, and then is it request, and then, select second extension. Medical Beta Rudibus Cooper. Rudibus Cooper, are you on the line?
Yeah, it's just like with 2 sugars and a little bit of cream, not a lot, just a little bit.
Sure, I'll prepare that. Yes, I'll prepare that hypo spray immediately. But we're routing together a call. Please hold.
Oh,
yeah. You have to hit *42 to do that.
Do we need a conference call for the coffee order now? I didn't get a memo.
Don't worry. Your coffee hypo spray will be ready momentarily after the call. It's not the call isn't coffee related. Just
my mistake.
I understand.
Gentlemen, this is General Ragamuffin from Consortium Command. With Captain Darcy being laid up, I need your assistance.
General, sir, yes.
It appears Zorgon the Conqueror has returned.
No.
15 seconds of pause for effect, because he likes saying the name and just, really leaning into it.
He's taking a long time to speak again.
Yeah.
We've got to wait for this music cue that they add in post.
Right. Yes. Well, good. It has come to our attention.
Did I say that on the line? Sorry, sir.
No, it's fine. I'm familiar with the technology. It has come to our attention that Zorgon the Conqueror is attempting to build a new space pirate queen. And we're deeply concerned at Command about what's going to happen if he's successful. It may rip a hole in reality. And I believe he's the next system over from you.
Wow.
That's really
gotta be one hot space pirate queen.
Yeah,
she's gonna punch a hole right in the universe.
I should really not have posted those open source specs on the hyperwebs.
He shakes his fist. 3D printing. It'll be the doom of us all. Well, yes, gentlemen, I need you post haste to take your ship. No, that can't be. Is that the name? That can't be right. Is that? You're sure that's the name? Okay. Well, the Empirical Evidence. Is that the ship you're on? Are our records correct?
Empirical Evidence C, I think, is with the third one.
Empirical Evidence C. You're the third one.
Yeah, the first one was a beautiful ship. We don't talk about the second one.
What happened to the first one?
Well, the first one actually had a hypertemporal anomaly, so it's actually backwards and then loops back around. It's actually also the first one, and it's also the D and G.
Expecting it sometime next year.
Yeah, it's not,
so we'll be able to use it again.
Yes. In 14, 12, and 18 years.
Yeah,
that's cost saving. That's what matters. Very good. Well, I need you to take your ship post haste to the. Is this also correct? Wait, really? Okay, to the Conqueror sector. Well, I suppose that's where one would find Zorgon the Conqueror, is in the Conqueror sector. It's right there in the name. I need you to post haste attend to the Conqueror sector and attempt to stop him from ripping a hole in reality. Again. It's kind of his thing. This is like the fourth time.
The Conqueror sector is not great for me.
I mean, we could look at trying to get it moved, but that'd problematic.
Good. I don't want to run into my ex.
So.
Oh, he got me. Okay, good. Well, young man, for the good of the consortium, I'm going to need you to step up.
I mean, don't. It's okay. It'd be easier for you to name a sector where he doesn't have an X.
Hey, okay, look.
That's fair.
Really leaning into the cool scientist part of cool scientist. Good. No, I respect that. Love it. Well, look, young man. This is the job. And sometimes the job involves seeing your ex in unfortunate places.
I
The
gave it a
conference
try.
on 47-2. Oh, that was a time. Well, gentlemen, best of luck. Zorgon the Conqueror, well, hopefully doesn't await you, but I need you to deal with Zorgon the Conqueror before he synthesizes his own space pirate queen. Shakes fist at 3D printers again. I believe I was told he has a Zillium 3D printer. It's one of the big ones, the moon-sized ones.
Oh.
No, it's no moon. That's a Zillium.
Hey, we'll be lucky then it's not one of those newfangled 5D printers that we've been hearing about.
Very dangerous. Experimental technology, really.
Yeah, that's what happened to the first one.
Oh, well. Most unfortunate. Well, all right then. Yes, off you go. The consortium will do everything to support you it can, as long as it doesn't require doing a whole lot of physical stuff to support you, because really you're the closest. So we believe in you.
Because we're obviously the most qualified.
Are they the... Yes, you are obviously the most qualified. Good. Well, I'm glad we're on the same page then, Mr. Chromeshot. Good. Very good. Well, Mr. Chromeshot, Mr. Cooper, Dr. Von Schnitzel, we thank you for your service and look forward to hearing a report from you soon.
Is he still on the line? Is it still
okay.
live?
What do I hit?
Oh, darn it.
The green one. Okay. Yeah, have a good day. No, you're good now.
Okay.
I don't know
Does
how
anyone
you
else
managed to
get
just do a recreation of Zoom calls in 2020, but there you go. That was fun. Flashbacks.
Does anyone else get the feeling they're already 3D printing our gravestones?
Oh,
Well, I've got 4 of those already. Don't worry about it. I wonder though, did you meet Zorgon before Phoenix? Was that you?
See, there's so many Zorgons out there, though. I mean, there's the Neptune Zorgons, there's the Zorgon Van Traps, and then there's just the Zegons, who are kind of like the black sheeps of the family. You meet them at functions, you meet them at weddings, and no two look exactly alike because they all have different numbers of arms and legs.
I didn't know that. I thought it was all just one guy.
No. No, there's a whole. It's a whole thing. It's a thing. It's a whole thing.
Okay, so do you know this one?
Yes, I've met him.
Okay.
Is he the one that we killed off in the TV series, and now he's back for this?
I think that was his second cousin.
Okay, all right, that would make more sense.
That was his clone.
Oh, it was his clone. Yeah, there we go. Yes, it was his 3D printed clone.
That was his 3D printed clone.
Who else is on this call?
Oh, that's the computer.
Oh, I didn't know the computer was on the call.
Well, remember, we made him voice activated, so that way we could just tell him where to fly, and he would tell us, cool. Because otherwise, we'd tell him to do stuff, and we're like, did you hear?
Just a lot of waiting with no response.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember that. Okay.
Can we get the computer to set in a course, or do we have to set in a course?
Oh, no, we're already going.
We're already going. All right. So the computer sets. Thank you, computer.
It's a very proactive, autopilot, but don't praise him too much. We don't want him to get a big head.
I don't even wait for you to make sure this is actually where you wanted to go. It's just first place you mentioned, we're on our way.
Well, okay. So since I did mention it, I would like to not go to my ex's house.
Okay.
Ooh, sure.
Just to make that clear.
Wait, he said it was in the Conqueror Galaxy?
Yes.
There's a Space Bucky's on the way. We definitely need to stop there.
Oh, yeah.
Rerouting.
Yeah.
I've never. So I live, Ryan, not the computer. I live within an hour drive of 2 Bucky's, like one in either direction, and I have never been to a Bucky's. We briefly had the largest Bucky's in the country until James's people showed up.
How many other countries do they have Bucky's?
No. We just had the largest one in this country.
In this country, yeah.
And that was replaced by the largest one.
Wouldn't that also be the biggest one in the world?
Probably. And then it was in Ocala, Florida, and now it's in Texas somewhere.
Well, anytime Texas finds out that someone has the biggest of something in the state, then they take it as a direct challenge.
Oh no, like within 18 months of ours opening, it had been replaced twice.
That's Texas, yeah.
I'm going to tell you, Cousin Dolly's not going to stand for that, because that's in Dolly Parton's town. And we will reclaim the throne one day, I'm sure.
And speaking on behalf of people of Texas, this is the one we will make an exception for because it's Dolly.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she's delightful.
No, everyone makes an exception for Dolly. Great lady.
Ooh, after we're done with this mission, we should go to Space Dollywood.
Oh,
Go
love
to
Space
Space
Dollywood.
Dollywood.
Great food. Really good drone show, actually.
Yeah,
They have an actual laser light drone show at Dollywood now. It's nice.
man, in the future, it must be awesome.
Even better in the future. The drone. It's not drones. It's ships the size of like Imperial Star Destroyers, all moving around in unison.
I was stationed on the USS Dolly for a while.
Yeah, great ship. Okay, so you guys are headed to the Conqueror system to find Zorgon the Conqueror of the presumably Saturn Conquerors or Saturn Zorgons or both.
Oh, the Neptune Zorgons.
Sorry, yes, Neptune Zorgons. Yes. I didn't realize Zorgon was his last name. That's good.
They have no first or last name.
Oh, they're just Zorgon.
They're just Zorgon.
Aren't we all just Zorgon? Sometimes it's fine.
They only have a middle name.
I guess if there's only one, it is in fact in the middle. You're telling me his first, last, and middle name are all Zorgon? No, just one name. Just one name. The Conqueror is a title.
We'll see. They decided that a millennia ago when they made a mistake on ordering stationery, and it was just Zorgon on all of it. And like, you know what? We got the deluxe bundle. Let's just make this simple. Everyone's Zorgon.
I guess that's why I thought there was only one.
Yeah.
It's
easy mistake to make.
But it's intentional. Keeps you on your toes. Here's
Plus,
the nickname.
they do like to kill each other for supremacy. So
yeah. Or like how he got the nickname Conqueror, which was middle school chess club. Very high rated. Okay, so you are headed to the Conqueror system very quickly, because that is what your ship does. Before you enter the Conqueror system and attempt to prevent Zorgon from synthesizing the next great space pirate queen, which will rip a hole in reality, sure, purely by her existence, I guess, maybe? Who knows? We're hoping we don't get to that point. I haven't planned for that point, so we're just going to assume that we believe in you and it's going to be fine. Are there any preparations you would like to make on board your ship, the empirical evidence?
First off, I'm just going to put this out there, see how everyone feels about it.
Mm-hmm.
How do we feel about the cloaking device? Is that something we want to activate before getting in there?
You
want to
want to
assume.
turn it on, yeah.
Okay, all right.
We don't want certain people to know we're in the neighborhood.
Talking about your ex, aren't you?
I was like, not even Zorgon, just his ex.
Also Zorgon, but that wasn't foremost in my mind. You're right.
Perfect. Consider the cloaking device activated.
All right. In terms of preparations, I kind of already just kind of seeded it based on banter that I was the one responsible for uploading the plans for a pirate queen onto the hyperweb.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fine.
I feel like that's a fair preparation that I know the specs.
The schematics of that's fine.
Yeah, we should definitely be looking for a weakness in the pirate queen specs.
Yeah.
Like a thermal exhaust port of some kind.
Cool. And because our ship is fast and stealthy, we really don't have anything in the way of guns, but I like shooting guns.
Okay.
I really am a space Texan, aren't I?
Huh.
Apparently I'm a space Texan who lives in Houston because that's where NASA and everything else is.
Right, yes.
Yes.
Your family was the first to settle Mars from Houston.
There you go.
Yes.
That's the Expanse.
Yes.
That's the
Oh, dag nabbit, copyright catches me again. All right.
We haven't had any copyright.
No,
nothing
so far.
None whatsoever.
And imagine the line of people that would take issue with the barely 47 minutes of content we've recorded so far. But not Winnie the Pooh. And that's what matters.
So Phoenix is going to be trying to cobble together and engineer something to shoot.
Oh, okay. Sure.
At this at the space pirate king, whatever.
I think I can help you out kind of synthesizing some ammunition.
Brother, I would love that. Thank you.
Okay.
We should definitely get some coffee before we do this, though.
No, that's true. I think that was the computer was working on that already.
Yeah.
Your coffee is actually finished synthesizing.
Little cream.
2 sugars?
Yeah, and yeah.
Okay, good. It comes out of a little dispenser next to your seats on the bridge.
Something tells me this is definitely a venti
Just pull
size
at this
day.
like paper cup cone.
Yes. And it just feels like it's like the water thing in the kitchen at work. But ready-made coffee to your order. Ish. To your order ish. But y'all's works slightly better because kind of y'all's thing is ship automation. So you have like a 97.2% success rate, and the company's average at launch was like 64% on this machine.
Okay.
So good improvements by you guys. Really quite impressive. Okay, well, so then, Bryan, since you are attempting to assist James, Bryan, make me a lasers roll. We haven't rolled anything yet. Make me a lasers roll.
Okay, and can I have a second die for being sciencey?
That's fine.
Okay.
And then this will be your bonus to assisting James, if you are successful.
I rolled a 6 and a 4.
Okay, and
my number is 3, so I think that I have
and lasers you want to be
failed
above.
on that one.
You want to be under.
No,
your
lasers
number,
you
yes.
want to be under.
Yep. And so that is, but you attempted. So James, you're just going to be kind of on your own on this one.
Okay.
But you are, in fact, motivated at shooting at the bad guys. So do go ahead and roll 2d6 for me, and you will need to also be under your number, which is a 2.
I rolled a 1 and a 6.
Perfect. That's one success. But there is a complication, unfortunately. So you have armed the ship with lasers, a word you could use to describe this, I suppose. In that it's kind of like it's like a laser pointer focused through like a magnifying glass.
Are they lasers like pew pew lasers, or are they
no, really neither?
brave
Just
lasers?
like a solid beam that doesn't do anything but frustrate cats. But if you focus it through enough like lenses, it'll burn something eventually.
And I'm sorry I kind of misunderstood what you were up to with the substances that I brought to you, but I'm
He thought it was
pretty
a
sure
rave.
that we don't want to just leave this like laying around in the corridors of the ship. We probably ought to figure out somewhere.
Oh no, it's mounted on the ship.
Well, no, the laser's fine mounted on this ship, but I had all of this ammunition that I thought he was going to need.
Right. You should put that
It's
somewhere.
kind of hazardous.
Or build something out of it.
So,
perhaps.
Dr. Von Chicken Schnitzel, if you want to like find a proper disposal of
wait a minute.
the
We have
biohazardous materials.
We've got. Wait a minute. This is my Space Texas mind taking over. We've got one
we
medical
can't just
pod.
dump it in the culvert.
Oh
No.
well.
That'll be plans D. We've got one medical pod, something that we can jettison that. What if we take all the explosives? Hear me out. Take all this cool ammo that you made, put it in the medical pod. If the laser doesn't work, we jettison the medical pod at the bad guys and blow it up.
Seems like there was something important.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
pod.
I'm not going to pretend that I don't already pre-made have death certificates for most of the crew. I don't want to sign that one for Captain Darcy right away.
That's what it was.
That's the one.
Oh,
yeah, that's, right.
He's in the pod being psychically whatever.
Well, I'm sorry. I just want to say it's really rude of him.
It really is, especially on a ship with no weapons.
Yes.
To take up your only viable source of payload delivery.
All right, fine. I'll go. I don't know. Make a big locker or something, or something we can jettison out of the airlock.
Well, my idea was to either use the aft cargo bay or use maybe we can take some of your idea and substitute. We have more than enough life pods for escaping the ship should it ever have impending doom. Since we have like twice as much as we actually need. why don't we just load up some of the munitions and engineer it into a couple of those? We can at least fire off the starboard and port one shot each at least. If we take this ammunition and jury rig I'm not going to say that this would violate my Hippocratic oath or anything, but if I have the opportunity to jerry rig that, I absolutely will. Just don't tell my licensing board.
I'm pretty sure that Dr. von Schnitzel was put together by Shepherd Book.
Reasonable. Okay, so Mike, would you like to roll to assemble and have James assist you, or would you like to roll to assist James?
I think that I would like to roll and have the engineer assist me.
Okay, Mr. Engineer.
Or is that James? Oh, James is the... Oh, sorry. Have James assist me. No, it's his idea. James should assist.
No. I definitely want to assist you. I want to see where this goes.
This can only be good. All right, James, I need you to make a lasers roll. So I need a 1 or 2. 2's fine also.
Cool. How's a 6?
Good. Great.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, that wasn't it.
How many life pods do we have?
You guys have like 1 less. Is the correct answer currently. But more scrap, and more scrap is always good, I think. Mike, make me a lasers roll. I need to start having you guys do more feelings things, I think.
I made you a lasers roll. I rolled a 3, and my number is 4, so I lasered.
You are, in fact, under your number. And you have successfully lasered 2 pod explosions.
We have 2 pod explosions.
Two, probably.
Okay.
We have 2 escape bombs.
Okay, so we have 2
escape
left.
Booms.
How many booms did we have when we were?
You started with. So you have. You started with 8 escape pods for some reason. It's a very small ship. Why they took up room for 8 escape pods, 2 per person, seems entirely unnecessary. But hey, here we are. James. Well, now there's 7. And then you tried to make 2, but making 2 required 4. So there are currently 3 functioning escape pods.
Okay.
And then 2 explosion pods.
2 explosion pods. All right.
And then a huge pile of technical whatever. We don't worry about that.
Oh, I got this one. Thank you, Phoenix Chrome Shot. I appreciate your assistance here, though I must say that I have never seen exploding armaments loaded in such a way that it was pointed back at the ship once it's loaded. I appreciate the efforts, but these all have to be caution taped off for safety.
You've never met my Uncle Earl.
I have met pieces of your Uncle Earl.
Shot. Okay. Mars Chrome Shots. I've decided that Phoenix Chrome Shot's desire to shoot bad guys is just finger guns.
That's how it started.
Yep. And we respect that. Okay, so you guys are about to enter the Conqueror system. You are cloaked, and you have made 3 weapons. You have made 3 weapons. Made is a strong word, but it is technically what happened. And there are, in fact, 3 of them. Okay, so as you have come out of hyperspace, or legally distinct hyperspace, I apologize, and you are now in the Conqueror system, on the hunt for Zorgon. Okay, I tell you what, Bryan.
Yeah.
I need Rudimus to make me a feelings roll so that we can avoid your ex.
Right. Okay.
Because, space traffic.
It doesn't really seem to be a purview of a scientist, and it's definitely not my speciality, if you take my meaning, avoiding her. So
this can only go well.
6. I think we're okay.
You're good. That is, in fact, feelings above your number of 3. Good. I just realized the voice you're using reminds me sort of Krunk from Emperor's New Groove. And that's great.
That's kind of unfortunate and weird, because that's what I was going for in my Call of Cthulhu game and could never quite hit it. But now I know what I need to do in order to get Patrick Warburton.
Yeah. Love that man's voice. He's great.
Squinty left eye, apparently.
Big crunk energy. Really how I just like to live life. Big crunk energy and talking to squirrels.
Squeak, squeakin', squeak, squeaker.
Squeak 'em. Okay, so we have successfully avoided the part of the of this particular sector with that woman that we won't worry about anymore, probably. Well, we'll see.
I wouldn't count on it, honestly.
Yeah, it's probably true.
She'll pop up somewhere where you don't expect her.
Tell you what.
Guarantee it.
Bryan, what does Rudimus's ex do for a living? And is it giant space pirate construction by chance?
No, she's more like into cosmetic kind of thing.
Okay.
She's a painter.
Right.
Kind of probably, if there's a giant space queen, captain queen thing, she's probably working on the eyelashes.
Like one would expect.
Something stupid like that.
Right. Perfect.
You know what I'm, yeah.
Can't conquer the galaxy if your giant space queen's not on fleek. Do they still say fleek? I always liked fleek. That was one of my favorites that the youth said.
In the 28th century, probably.
Sure, why not? We'll bring her back around.
It died and came back around like at least 4 times.
Yeah. Kind of like my eternal quest to make dope popular again. The word, not the stuff.
Oh,
that should never be good. Right? Just that's dope.
That is so wizard.
Oh, one can only hope, man.
As a late 27th century member of Generation XY Beta Caret Kappa 9, that is truly most totally heinous and very bogus.
And maybe potentially a little sus. Good. Exactly where I want us to be. Perfect. Okay, so you guys are in the Conqueror system, floating along with your cloaking devices, and you see, interestingly enough, a higher level of security than one even typically finds in the Conqueror system, which is renowned for its security. So it would seem something potentially dangerous is happening here. And then you spot it on the horizon.
That's weird. But we were in space. Why is there a horizon?
Oh, crap, he's right, man.
Oh, no, we spotted we seem to have a black hole. We can spot this over the event horizon.
Yes, it's actually the event. Oh, that's even worse. Oh, no.
The Pirate Queen's closer to being done than we thought she was.
That's right. It's really the metaphorical horizon, I suppose. Yes, you do spot off in the distance what looks to be a large construction platform, and on it they are building a... Wait, hold on. I need to find a unit of measure I'm not familiar with that seems large.
Fathoms.
Oh, do love a fat... Wait. Hold on.
They're metric fathoms, though. This is the 28th century.
Well, of course. We finally all converted. A fathom is 6 feet. Okay. So then... Right.
Maybe 2 meters.
But the mega fathoms.
Mega fathoms, yeah.
Oh, right. A kilofathom.
A kilofathom.
So 1,000 fathoms. Okay, wait. Hold on.
So roughly it's the size of 1.5 buckies, space buckies.
Right, roughly. The parking lot. Just the parking lot. Okay, so a fathom is 6 feet and 5,280 feet in a mile. So okay. So what you see before you being constructed is approximately 3 kilofathoms tall. So like, I don't know, 3.5 miles tall. And it is roughly the shape in the same way that, the second Death Star is roughly spherical in its incompleteness. This is roughly the shape of, wait, hold on. Brain blast, as the kids say. Did I get that right? Yeah. It's roughly the shape of Rosie from the Jetsons.
I think we're venturing awfully close to copyright material again.
That's why I said roughly the shape.
So it's not quite Mega Made, but
right.
On the plans, it was one thing, but to see her gleaming metal skin, it's a thing of terror and beauty.
Complete with vacuum. Because, Rosie.
Who do you suppose they used as a model?
I mean, there were some fan drawings I put along with it. They were inspirational.
All heads on the bridge, all two of them slowly turn to stare at Dr. von Schnitzel.
Hey, that's a historical figure from the 21st century right there.
I mean, it's I would say that's an accurate render.
Because if I'm not mistaken, George Jetson's supposed to be like, what, 3 right now or something? I think I saw that on Facebook, which means it's probably accurate.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see this giant space pirate queen robot made? Sure.
Being a beauty.
Yeah. It's Rosie, but with a cutlass. Thanks for listening to City on the Hill Gaming. If you want to find out more, visit us online at cityonthehillgaming.com or by sending us an email at cityonthehillgaming@gmail.com. Or check the link in the description to join our Discord. Thanks as always to our Patreon backers, Christina, JoAnne, Tony, Bryan, Andrew, Sir Lord Epic Name, and Grizzly Rich. And as always, thanks for listening, and have a blessed day. I have nothing prepared, but that's fine. Sound check time. As is the tradition on City on the Hill, we do sound check, and sound check means whatever that means to you. That can be anything from high to reading from a book to quoting a movie to, as Ginny would often do, read the ingredients off the back of her ramen package. We make no judgments during sound check time. Bryan, please check your sound, sir.
Here is Edward Bear coming downstairs now. Bump, bump, bump on the back of his head, behind Christopher Robin. It is, as far as he knows, the only way of coming downstairs, but sometimes he feels that there really is another way, if only he could stop bumping for a moment and think of it. And then he feels perhaps there isn't. Anyhow, here he is at the bottom and ready to be introduced to you. Winnie the Pooh.
Yay. Love that. Hate everything that's happened with the character since the license became opened.
Yes, but now I can read it on your podcast and nobody can tell me no.
That's not nothing, and we'll take that. Mike.
I didn't really have anything prepared, so I'll just go for what's in the memory banks. The Starbelly Sneeches had bellies with stars. The plain belly Sneeches had none upon theirs. Those stars weren't so big, they were really so small, you'd think such a thing wouldn't matter at all. But because they had stars, all the Starbelly Sneeches would brag, "We're the best Sneeches on the beaches." With their sneets in the air, they'd sniff and they'd snort. "We'll have nothing to do with that plain-bellied sort." And whenever they met some, when they were out walking, they hiked right on past without even stopping.
Lovely. If I had done something from memory, it would have been part of Romeo and Juliet, because we got extra credit in 9th grade. James.
Gather round, children, and let us begin that age-old tale, that timeless story of taking a look at the Met's loan interest accrual and variances, the BRB note payables of J. Paft and Karina, the full consensus, the accrual consensus, the ELIM, the third-party accruals, and don't always remember the wise words of the account tree, RU_NCI full cons, equity pickup, and RU_APINA.
I have always referred to City on the Hill as an educational podcast.
Those were the post-it notes from my wife's accounting job that were scattered across the desk.
Perfect. Beautiful. Moving. Very moving, sir. As soundcheck should be. Whatever it may bring. Oh, that was magnificent. Okay, here we go.